उनसे बड़ा, उनसे प्यारा दुनिया में कोई नहीं है. So this song is dedicated to especially my mother. मम्मी, ये आपके लिए है और दुनिया में जितनी भी माएँ हैं उन सब के लिए है ये गाना. तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी भोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है. ओ माँ, कि ये जो दुनिया है ये वन है कांटों का, तू फुलवारी है. ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ माँ. दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ, दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ. मेरे लिए जागी है तू, मेरे लिए जागी है तू, सारी सारी रतियाँ मेरी निंदिया पे, अपनी निंदिया भी तूने वारी है. ओ माँ, ओ माँ. अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई, अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई. मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई, मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई, मैं रोया तू रोई. मेरे हंसने पे, मेरे रोने पे तू बलहारी है. ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ये लास्ट अंतरा सबसे ज़्यादा मेरा फेवरेट है.
Everybody, just give Terry a few minutes now. We just have a little part for him to do personally, December, and then I'll come back in after.
Just put this with Do you want it?
Son, come son, come on side of it and you'll come back this, alright?
Okay.
Just a few minutes and then yeah, something to do. Yeah, so we just do this.
Who's staying here? Who's staying with me? Did you want to put out there?
Yeah, thanks.
But in the box like this.
Yeah, I was ready. We wanted to run before I wanted to put it to keep it water. I'll then decide that.
No, I will.
Alright.
When you're done. करले मिलन छोटी बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आज निहारे परम पिता का प्रेम पात्र बनकर तू शुभ वर पाले किरण किरण को निरख नयन से ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से हो जा मन में मगन छोटी बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर ले मिलन अब चल कर
प्यारी प्यारी है ओ माँ ओ माँ कि ये जो दुनिया है ये वन है कांटों का तू फुलवारी है ओ माँ ओ माँ दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ मेरे लिए जागी है मेरे लिए जागी है तू सारी सारी रतियाँ मेरी निंदिया पे अपनी निंदिया भी तूने वारी है ओ माँ ओ माँ अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई मैं रोया तू रोई मेरे हंसने पे मेरे रोने पे तू बलहारी है ओ माँ
नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री माधव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री अच्युताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री केशव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री माधव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री अच्युताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री केशव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री माधव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री अच्युताय नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री केशव नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री माधव नमः स्वाहा. So you wash your hands, then you pass a little bit of water over your head. Om Shri Govindaye Namah Hasta Prakshalam Samarpyami Shanno Devira Vishtayapo Bhavantu Petaye Shamyora Visravantu Na. The rings. Kusastito Deva Kushmale Janardana Kushmadhe Trayadeva Brahma Vishnu Mahadev. Sri Kusastito Deva Kushmale Janardana Kushmadhe Trayadeva Brahma Vishnu Mahadev. Chandanam to Mahat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apara Harate Nityam Lakshmi Sishtate Sarvara. Both hands. Chandanam to Mahat Punyam Pavitram Papanashanam Apara Harate Nityam Lakshmi Sishtate Sarvara. Namo Namaste Govinda Purana Purushottam Idam Shradam Hrishikesham Rakshatum Sarvato Desha Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunartaya Nartaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om apavitra pavitrovha sarvavastam gatopava yasmaret pundarikaksha sabhahyabintarah suchihi. Om Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Right, coming closer. You just go to your left side there. Right, you come on this side right here. Good. Let's give them a few flowers. They have a microphone. Let's pass it there. Thank you. See the power on? See they put on the power on the box. Check the volume. The volume. Raise the volume. Yeah, raise it. Song check 1, 1, 2. Distant 1, 1, 2, 3. Song check 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 to 1. Distant 1, 1, 2. Boliye Sri Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki Jai. Let us all stand, please. If there is anybody who cannot stand, you could remain seated. We know some people may not be in the best of health. You can remain seated. So you will excuse me for having my mask down because it is difficult to speak through this mask. But the rest of you will keep on yours. So families and friends, this morning we are all here to perform the Antishti Sanskars, or the final rites in the life of a Sanatanist Hindu. In the Hindu tradition, there are 16 major sanskars, 16 major rites that we do from birth to death. The final sanskar is called the Antishti Sanskar. That is where the remains of the deceased is put into the fire or into the ground. When this is done, the 5 elements that make the body, earth, air, fire, space, and water, return to their places of origin. This is why 5 stops are made. Each stop that we make, we pay obeisance to the 5 elements. This is why 5 pindas are offered, 5 rice balls. These are offerings to the 5 elements. So everything that will be done here today, it is for the elements. This is what the body is made from. There is no more life in this body. This is not mother. This is not sister, sister-in-law, wife anymore. This is just a body. And therefore this body, according to our scriptures, according to the Antishti Sanskar, the body has to be sent off. The soul is ever present. It is all around. That soul will leave this earth on the 13th day when the Bhandara is performed. So the soul is present here today. It wants to go into the body, but it cannot, because all the doorways are shut. The doorways are the eyes, the nostrils, the mouth, the ears, all the openings in the body are doorways that the soul will try to go back into the body, but it cannot. So today we are here to perform this Antishti Sanskar, and at this time I invite you to join in prayer with me. We have people of different faith here this morning. I want you to pray to your God. The Ramayana says, Ishwar Ek Hai, that God is one. However you know your God to be, however you pray, say a word of prayer for our departed one. Say a word of prayer for her family, because one day to come, we will all be in a similar position. As long as we have taken birth, Lord Krishna says, we will die. Ek din hame bhi jana hai, we all have to leave this world one day. So we say a prayer for the departed. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanirabhavate Bharata Abhyutanam Adharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyaham Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushkritam Dharma Sansthapanarthaya Shambhavame Yuge Yuge. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagata Gurum. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunartaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Nama. Om Asato Ma Sadagamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Ram Naam Satya hai, Ram Naam Satya hai, Ram Naam Satya hai, sabko gati hai. Boliye Sri Krishna Chand Bhagwan ki jai. Please be seated. You want to sit down for a while, or you want to remain standing? Okay. Sitaram devotees, families, friends, neighbors. For those of you who do not know me, I am Pandit Dineshwar Maharaj from South Rajahpatee, and Terry here is my first cousin on my mother's side of the family. So the deceased is Bhauji to me. So this morning, this is something personal to me also. A family member has died. And so it is with sadness I join all my cousins and my relatives here this morning to join in saying goodbye to our dear Bhauji. Saying goodbye is very hard. Nobody likes to say goodbye, especially on a day like this. But this is something unavoidable. At some point in time, we will lose the people and the things that are near and dear to us. And this is why we have to cherish what we have. We have to value what we have. We have to appreciate what we have. And the greatest thing that we can do in life is to be grateful. There was once a man, whenever he will pray to God, he will ask God for a better life. And he went on like this for many, many years until one day God appeared before him. And God said to him that every day you pray to me, you keep asking for a better life. Aren't you satisfied with the way that you are living now, with what you have? And he said, God, no, I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied because all the money that I have in this world is $20. And he took out the $20 and he showed it to God. And God said, well, okay, if you want a better life, the first thing you have to do is give me that $20. So he hesitated. He said, God, but if I give you this $20, how will I buy gas to put in my car? So God took a little step back and he said, so you have a car then? The way you're talking, I thought you didn't have anything. You still want a better life? He says, yes, God, I want a better life. God says, well, okay. Give me the car and give me the $20, I'll give you a better life. He said, but God, if I give you the car, how will I go to work now? So God said, Are, you have a car, you have a job now. You still want a better life? He says, yes, God, I want a better life. God says, well, okay, give me the job, give me the car, give me the $20, I'll give you a better life. He said, but God, if I give him a job, how am I going to take care of my family? God said, imagine that, look, you have a family now. In other words, what God was trying to tell to him, and the lesson that we must learn from this story, is that there is so much in life for us to be appreciative of, yet we are not appreciative of it. There is so much for us to be grateful for in life, but we are not grateful for it. We take it for granted. The clothes that we have on. We take it for granted the roof that we have over our head. We take it for granted the few dollars that we may have, or the car that we have, or the food that we get to put in our stomach every day. We take it for granted our loved ones who are with us, who we could sit down with, who we could talk with, who we could eat with, who we could make a joke with. We take all these things for granted. It is only when it is gone then we realize the importance of it, the value of it. So many funerals I have done over the years. Sometimes I know for a fact that people did not live a good life with the deceased. And on that day they want to show how much they care and how much they love the person. Sometimes long eulogy and speech they're making. Everybody wants to say something. They bring the prettiest mala and put it on the dead. They rush and they quarrel to do arati over the dead. But when that same person living, you don't want to have nothing to do with them. You don't appreciate them. You don't value them. You don't cherish them. You wait when they die. You make a big pity and put it in the house and put a big mala over it. And you're talking to the pity. And you're crying in front of the pity. And you're asking God, God, give me 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes with my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife, whoever it might be. But it is too late then. This man may not have had the best family, the best job, the best car, or plenty money. But he still had something to be grateful for in life. He still had something to be thankful for in life. And he was not thankful. He was not appreciative of what he had. And you hear a lot of people every day, nothing good is going in my life. I have nothing. So your family is nothing. The home is nothing. The car is nothing. The few dollars that you may have is nothing. The job is nothing. God has been so ungrateful to you that he didn't give you anything at all. Learn to be appreciative and learn to be thankful for what you have in life, my dear friends. Because you only miss the water when the well runs dry. A few weeks ago, I came across something on the internet. The late Lata Mangeshkar. She left a very, very important lesson for humanity, you know. And I took time to write down what she said. And she says that there is nothing in this world more real than death. The most expensive branded car in the world stands in my garage. But I had to be taken to the hospital in a wheelchair. I want you to listen very carefully to what she had to say, you know. One of the most famous women in the world. One of the most wealthiest women in the world. The most expensive branded car in the world stands in my garage. But I had to be taken to the hospital in a wheelchair. All kinds of designs and colors in this world. My vehicles were. I own the most expensive vehicles in the world. Different models, different kinds, different colors. I own expensive clothes, expensive shoes, expensive products. They are all in my house. But I am in this small gown provided by the hospital. I want you to take this lesson, let it soak in your head. Don't put it in the back of your head, you're going to forget it. Put it in the front of your head. This is a lesson for people who feel that material things is everything. Material things is important, you know, don't get me wrong. But listen to what this woman had to say. I have a lot of money in my bank account, but nothing is of use to me now. Millions of dollars I have in my bank account, but nothing is of use to me now. My house is like a castle. It is a castle to me, but I am lying on a small bed in the hospital now. I kept traveling to 5-star hotels in this world, but now I am being transferred from one lab to another in the hospital. Once 7 hairstylists did my hair, but today I have almost no hair on my head. I have been dining at many types of 5-star hotels around the world, but today 2 pills a day and a drop of salt at night. This is my diet. I was flying around the world in different planes, but today 2 people helped me to get to the hospital porch. No amenities help me. These things cannot bring any comfort to me anymore. It is only the love of my loved ones and their prayers and their worship is what is keeping me alive. This life, she says, no matter what you own, at the end, you go empty-handed. She says, be kind, help anyone that you can, and therefore understand that wealth brings only temporary happiness. It is not everlasting. If this lesson doesn't bring people to their senses, I don't know what else will. If this period of time that we went through with this COVID pandemic does not teach us important lessons, then nothing else will teach us in this world. So many people that we know, families, friends, co-workers, neighbors, so many people, healthy, young, strong people, in the blink of an eye, they vanish from the face of this earth. Yet, families and people continue to live a life of jealousy and hatred and greed and malice towards each other. At the end of the time, this does not serve us. It is only the good that we do, that is what we take from this earth on our journey. Life is a journey. This is only one journey. We have taken many before. What you and I do now upon this earth, the karmas, the actions that we perform through our thoughts, our words, and our deeds, these karmas, these actions is what we take along with us. My dear sister, she has a home, she has a family, she has all of us around. But she's not taking anyone, and she's not taking anything with her here this morning. She's leaving this world only with her karma. So let us try to live a good life. The greatest guru is that which is called death. The greatest lessons that we can learn is from death. But the sad thing is how many of us are learning. I am not saying don't eat, drink, and make merry. No, you enjoy your life. You enjoy what you work hard for. That is yours. But don't become a slave to it. Understand that there are things that are more important in life than material things. Families have become destroyed because of material things. Sometimes you have 2 brothers living side by side, they put a big galvanized wall. They're fighting, they're quarreling, they're cursing, they have each other in court. Why live that type of life? And when they die, as I've said, then you want to see how much, they want to show how much they care. It's too late then. So live a good life. Life gives you what you put into it. If you do good, good will return to you. You do bad, bad will return to you. That is the law of karma. That is a universal law. Karma is like a rubber ball. You take the ball and you pelt it to the wall, the ball will come back to you. But come back with a greater force. That is karma. Whatever you do, good or bad, comes back to you. A lot of people do bad and negative things in the world and they get away with it. And they say nobody's seeing the secret deals that we're making. But one day your karma comes back to haunt you. And when you lie down on a bed, just as Lata Mangeshkar is saying here, she's lying down on her bed probably when she wrote this. And she's reflecting on life, thinking that she had so much, but here, this is all that she can do now. Just lie down on her bed and watch the ceiling. When people will be put in that position and all kind of problems start to come to them, they will not admit that it is their karma that is causing this problem to them, you know. The first thing they say, people doing them over here. Somebody doing them something bad. That's why they're going through trouble. Your own karma, your own actions is what is responsible for your suffering or what is responsible for your happiness in this world. And whatever you do, Jaisa Karani, Vaisa Bharani, whatever you do, it comes back to you one day. It may not come back in this lifetime, but in some other janma it will come back to you. It will meet you. It will follow you around. If you have a herd of cows, and all the cows are the same description, same color, same height, same size, and only one had a bacha, that bacha will go through the whole herd and find the mother. That is karma. Karma will follow you, it will catch up to you one day. So when you lie down on the bed, you do your wrong things, you do your wrong actions, your bad actions, and you lie down and you're suffering and in pain, all the connections you had and all the people you didn't know and all the money that you have and all the wealth that you have and all the position that you have cannot help you then. You're lying and you're looking at the roof and you're praying and begging God to die, but you're going to die yet. You're going to die yet. You're begging God, God take me. You have to pay for what you do right here. My guru always tell me, hell and heaven is right here. Right on the earth you meet with it. Because it is here you enjoy good things, it is here you suffer. This is heaven and hell. Right here they have to suffer and pay for what they have done. So live a good life. Be a good person, be a kind person, be a loving person, be a good wife, a good husband, a good son, daughter, grandchildren, brother, sister, friend, neighbor, co-worker. Be a good person. If you want good things to follow you, do good things. Otherwise you will suffer the consequences. So my dear friends, with these few words this morning, we are going to begin the ritual by taking the sankalp. And the sankalp simply states the address where the ceremony is being held at, along with the name of the departed and those who are performing the ritual, as well as all the astrological signs that are now present at this time of the day. Every puja, every ritual begins with a sankalp. If sankalp is not taken, then there is no record of what is being done here today. So all of you will come closer. You will take your names in mind, give them some little bit of rice, a piece of kush grass, and a little bit of blacktail, and they will take the sankalp at this time. Harihi Om Vishnu 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 Namaha Paramatmane Namaha Adhya Shri Brahmano Nidvitiya Paharadhe Shri Shvedbharha Kalpe Vaivhaswatman Vantare Ashta Vinshititme Kali Yoga Kali Pratham Charane Bholoke Jambu Dvipe Sri Rakroda Pinhal Grame Charadar Varshe Galfa Pariya Sagare Shantitiram Ghat Godino Nadi Vikramashe Bhauda Avatare Surya Utanarayan Sri Guruvardin Ashtami Tithi Palgun Mase Shukla Pakshe Mrigshira Nakshatra Priti Yoga Vishtikaran Mitunra Se Shri Shritu Sri Kashyap Gotraha Utpanoham Amuka. Take your names in mind if I have a few. Amuka Nam Yajmanasya Idam Sri Rajahpatee Nam Pritasya Idam Sri Anteshti Sanskar Panchak Vidhi Sanskar Mano Kamana Hitarte Mahan Karishye Bhorye Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. All of you rest down by the head. So in India, where all these traditions originated, when a person dies, the body is taken down to the river, the Ganges. Water from the Ganges is brought and the body is washed, it is cleansed. The body has to be prepared for cremation, for disposal. So the body is washed, it is cleansed. So in Trinidad, we would have had the funeral home who would have done that, or family's member may choose to go and do it. So today we are going to offer some water which is symbolic of cleansing the body. Even though the body has been cleansed and washed already, we invoke Mother Ganga, that sacred river, her waters into this lotus of water. And as we offer this water, we are saying that, Oma, may this water purify the body, sanctify it, so that the elements will go back to where they have come from. So we are going to offer water at this time. So you will hold the lota in your left hand. All of you touch hands together, link up. You put a few drops of water on her mouth, and then you sprinkle on the body a little bit. Go ahead. Take her name in mind. Adya mukha gotrasya muknam pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam Sri Achmanayam jalasnanam maya diyate tavo patishatam. Next we will put a tulsi leaf on the mouth of the corpse. The bhajan says, Shri Brindrabhan Katalaho, Mere Mukmi Tulsi Dalaho. That, O Lord, take me to your abode with the sacred Tulsi on my tongue. When you are doing puja, before you offer the parasad to God, you will put a Tulsi leaf on the parasad. Yes. And the Tulsi is to purify the parasad. So today, by putting the Tulsi leaf on the mouth of the corpse, you are purifying the elements to send them back. Press it on the mouth. Adhya mukha shab gotrasya muktam pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam iti sri tulsi dalani maya diyate tavo patishatam. Put this piece of gold on her mouth. Gold represents prosperity. We believe in the afterlife, and we pray that should she have to return to this world, may she be prosperous not only materially but spiritually also. You're breaking this in pieces, 4 pieces. On both eyes, you will put a piece, on both nostrils. Adhya mukha shab gotrasya muknam pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam sonadan maya diyate tavo patishatam. So in the Hindu culture, Indian tradition, gold is very important. Our ajis and nanis and the elders would have known about that. They always wear a piece of gold. Well, now you have to be careful because you might get robbed. But gold is important, so they always wear a piece of gold. The earrings, the chain, the bera. And if they want to put it, they put it in their mouth now, in their teeth. So they always had gold all the time. So gold is important. It represents prosperity. We don't only want to be prosperous materially, but spiritually we want to be a spiritual person, a wealthy person spiritual. So we are going to put now chandan, and the chandan represents the clay of the Ganges. Make a little bit there. We don't want to use this one. So they will take the clay of the Ganges and rub it on the body. So we are going to put chandan tikka, which is symbolic of putting the clay on the body. Om adhya mukha shab gotrasya amuknaham pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam chandanam maya diyate tavo patishatam. All of you will put a tikka on the same spot right here. Adhya mukha shab gotrasya amuknaham pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam Sri chandanam maya diyate tavo patishatam. All of you come, put one. Namo namaste Govinda Purana Purushottam idam shradam hrishikesham rakshatum sarvato deshaha chandanam maya diyate tavo patishatam. Next we will offer mala, and you will see that we will break the string of the mala so that it is not joined. And this symbolizes that the bond that we have to each other, the bond that we have to this world, will one day be broken. Nothing lasts forever. We have to give up the people and the things that we love one day. And we all have to go our separate way one day. The journey that we will take after death is one that we go on alone. So we offer the mala. Adhya mukha shab gotrasya muktam pratasya mriti sthane shiva nimitam Sri pushpamala maya diyate tavo patishatam. Yeah. Let's keep. Right. One behind, let's keep adding. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Sri Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Now we offer perfume. The perfume is sweet to the smell. The perfume reminds us, live a sweet life. Let all your thoughts, your words, your deeds, your actions be sweet as the perfume. Each of you spray a little. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Gandham Sugandhim Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Sri Gandham Sugandhim Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Gandha Sugandhim Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. So now we are going to have the arti. And again, those of you who can stand, please stand for the arti. So you will be walking around, all of you, 5 times, coming from that way. As you walk around, you keep doing the arti around the body. Yeah, stay right there. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Deepaste Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Natha Narayana Vasudeva He Natha Narayana Vasudeva He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Boliye Sri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Please be seated. So we are going to offer now the first of the 5 pindas. The first pinda is offered to Mother Earth on behalf of the departed. All of you, take your names in mind. Take her name in mind also. Om Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Ishti Pindo Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Touch it to the earth, the ground. Touch it to your head. All right, put it inside the coffin, next to her right hand, under the cloth. Offer some water on the pinda. One of you raise the cloth for him. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Sri Achmanayam Apindake Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. Arti over the pinda. Adhyamukasya Gotrasya Muknam Pratasya Mritistane Shiva Nimitam Iti Sri Mantra Deepaste Apindake Maya Diyate Tavopatishhatam. So she died in the time called the Panchak, which is an inauspicious time for death. And so today we perform the Panchak Bidhi, where 5 putlis or 5 murtis will be offered along with the body. these will be burnt. And this is to prevent, normally when there's panchak, if this rite is not done, then 4 other people will die. That is a tradition. So to prevent that, to ward off that, we have to do the panchak vidhi. And this is why we are offering these 5 putlis, these 5 murtis here this morning. One of you hold it for him. You take one. When I tell you, you will put it by the head here. Namo namaste Govinda Purana Purushottam Idam Shradam Hrishikesham Rakshatum Sarvato Desha Om Vaswa Pavitramase Shadharam Vaswa Pavitramase Sahasradharam Devaswa Savita Punatu Vaswa Pavitrena Shadharena Supava Kama Dukshaha Om Vasubhya Namaha Om Pretavahaya Namaha. Rest it by the head. Take another. Turn it the other way. Om Varunasya Ustambanamase Varunasya Skambha Sarjanishto Varunasya Rita Sadanyase Varunasya Rita Saranamase Varunasya Rita Saranamasudha Shri Varunae Namaha Preta Sakhaya Namaha. On the right side of her belly, underneath the cloth, raise the orni. Take another. Om Utano Ahirbhudhanya Shrinu Tvaja Eka Pata Prithavi Samudra Vishvadeva Rita Vrido Havanastuta Mantraha Kaviyasta Avantu Om Ajay Kapadaya Namaha Pretapaya Namaha. On the left side of her belly, under the cloth. Next one. Om Shivo Namasi Swaditi Ste Pita Namaste Astu Mamahi Gummase Nivartaya Maya Maya Yushenadhaya Prajannaya Ayaspushasya Suprajastavaya Suviryaya Om Ahirbhudhanyaya Namaha Preta Bhumi Paya Namaha. By the navel. Om Pushantava Prativyannaha Rishi Makarachanaha Stotarasta Ihasmasi Om Pushani Namaha Pretahatre Namaha. Just between the legs, a little bit lower from the navel. Right, just rest the orni on top of it. Perfect. Right, so we have completed the Panchak Vidhi. On the day of the Bhandara, the Panchak Shanti will be performed also. That is a special puja in addition to the Pindadan will have to be done. So we'll guide you accordingly when that time comes. But for today we have done the Panchak Vidhi. So at this time, those of you who would like to come and pay your respects to offer flower and do the arti, we have some roses here, some other flowers. You can come very orderly and do that. So we don't want any crowding up. So just you can remain seated. When the crowd is up, you can get up and come and join the line. So the 5 of you can take a seat. And we'll ask the husband to come first and he will offer flower, wamala. In the meantime, we'll join in glorifying Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Come son. Yes, let your brother. Let your brother do first, let him put the mala and he can do the arti. Come son. Give him water. Put him on. Come closer. Help him. Adhyamukasham gotrasyamuktam pradasyam rajitane shiva nimitam pushpamalamaya taho patistatam. So in the meantime, we glorify Bhagwan Sri Krishna as we continue to show our respect by offering flowers and doing arti. Not everyone is obligated to do the arti. If you choose to do it, you can do it. If not, you're welcome to do it. So we try in time, Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jab charu taraf andhiyara ho आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो, फिर तो ही बेड़ा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। Anybody else, you can come. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। So the bhajan is saying, victory to the merciful Lord, who removes the distress of the downtrodden. Dear Lord, whenever I have lost all hope, it is you, O Lord, who come to my rescue and take my boat ashore. Lord, your divine power is limitless. You can achieve whatever you desire. By your power, poison can be transformed into nectar. You fulfill the desires of those who meditate upon you. He Nanda Nanda Gopala, Ananda Nanda Gopala. 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 He Nanda Nanda Ananda Nanda Yadhunanda Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Ananda Nanda Yadhunanda Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Gopala, Ananda 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 Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Ananda Nanda Yadhunanda Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Ananda Nanda Yadhunanda Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Gopala, Ananda Nanda Gopala. He Nanda Nanda Gopala, Ananda Nanda Gopala. So those of you who would like to view at this time, you're welcome to come and do so, very orderly.
Anybody want to put
So we'll have a bhajan at this time while we continue to pay our respects by offering flowers and viewing. Namaste,
Namaste, Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum. Pandit Ji, members of the family, a very loving, caring, and sacred relationship, a husband, Mr. Terry. I call out to her as a Dharam Patni, as the best mother you could ever know. I have other Samdin too, who is present here, but she is very much and was a very great Samdin. No matter what she had when you reach here, she comes out and she let you feel the joy that you reach here by her. And so much Pandit Ji had said, to reiterate, I think one of the best things is to take the message that Pandit Ji has given to us this morning for the family to make a better life and for all of us to make a better life in this trying time of war and COVID and so much to mention. This bhajan nadiya na piye kabhi apna jal, vriksha na khaye kabhi apna phal. She gave herself as Durga Mata, as Kali Mata would have done to her devotees, to her husband and to her children. She didn't get much time with her grandchildren, but I know her blessing and her love would surround them. Most of you all know the bhajan. It says that the tree don't eat its own fruit and the river don't drink its own water. नदिया न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. नदिया न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. अपने तन का मन का धन का दूजों को दे जो ढान है, वो सच्चा इंसान करे इस धरती क्या भगवान है. नदियाँ न पिए घर से जिसका अंग जले और दुनिया को में तस्वास दे. घर से जिसका अंग जले और दुनिया को में तस्वास दे. दीपक से उसका जीवन है हो, दूजो को अपना प्रकाश दे. दूजो को अपना प्रकाश दे. धर्म है जिसका भगवत गीता, धर्म है जिसका भगवत
सेवा ही वेद पुराण है, वो सच्चा इंसान रे इस धरती का भगवान है.
नदियाँ न पिए कभी अपना जल, वृक्ष न खाए कभी अपने फल. And to my beautiful Samdin, I know all your children love you. And I wasn't here the way they supported here on this side. But to my daughter Ria and Shivi, you are a great example of any child to support their parents. If prayers could have helped, the way Ria and Shivi pray, if she didn't have to go at this time, she would have really stayed. May you all continue the devotion that you have. And that prayer that you give her would be assurance that she will be in a better place. Thank you very much, and may your soul rest in peace. Om Shanti.
Bring the mic.
Sitaram, good morning everyone. Rajahpatee Ramjass, also known as Smiley and Girlie. My mother was born and raised in Langwa village, St. Cross. She lived there with her mother, father, and sister Rosie. At the age of 10 years, my mother lost her father, leading her mom, she and her sibling to move to Bunsey Trace, too close to their maternal parents. She attended the Penal Rock Presbyterian School and moved on to Penal Junior Secondary. At the Form 3 level, my mother had no choice but to drop out of school. Shortly after, she gained employment as a living caretaker. She worked there for around 2 to 3 years. Stories my mom told us show that she enjoyed working, and she even spoke about visiting Canada with this family. At the age of 18 years, my mother spent some time with her late Uncle Tulsi and his family. She would help out in his business, and there is where she met my father and fell in love. Shortly after, they got married. 2 years after they had their first child, my brother Ravi, who is a special needs child. My mother was never discouraged or ashamed. She took care of him with pride and showered him with all the love and care she could give. A few years later, she had Dave, Sunil, and myself, Rhea. My parents both worked hard to take care of us. Having 4 children is not an easy task, and hand in hand they did their parental duties. I remember to help with the household finances, my mother would rear ducks, common fowl, and she would sell them at Christmas to get the extra cash. She even planted corn and peas. She used to take us with her right across the road there. She always protected us and kept us in sight. Mommy lived for my elder brother, Punk, Ravi. Everything was about him and his best interest. My mother was very hardworking, caring, and compassionate. Everyone in the village liked her, and anyone who came for food or ice, bhaji, or anything, be it whatever, she would give them wholeheartedly. When our uncle and aunties went to work, my mother would be home with us and our cousins, Peter, Nicholas, Queenie, Jason, and she would cook, she would bake, she would watch TV, and she would carry us to pick mangoes and give us some hard work like bringing water from our neighbor's pond across the road. All these wonderful memories we talked about as we grew older. My mom loved doing these things. I could vividly remember, and I'm sure my brother too, on weekends, Mommy would make us kurma or porridge and even popcorn so we could have something while watching TV. Everyone loved my mother's cooking. Her sponge cake, her cassava pone, chatine, Sahina were the best. Every Diwali, our cousin and neighbor would come and they would enjoy her food. My mother lived a simple life. She never complained. If she didn't have something, she stayed without. She loved my father and took care of him. We would often trouble them with the nickname Mutt and Jeff. They would be laughing and talking right here in the shed. And one minute they would be arguing, but they couldn't do without each other. When Mommy was in the hospital and the pressure was really low and it was dropping, I told her I would bring Daddy to set it up. She watched me with a serious face and then she smiled. Luckily, she was blessed with a son-in-law and a daughter-in-law, whom she was very fond of. Whenever I came to visit, I would meet her chatting away with Priya, and I know she was happy. She had another daughter. She had company. She admired my husband, Shivi. Anywhere she wanted to go, we would take her. Not long ago, he organized a trip to Tobago, and she had a wonderful time. He too was spoiled with her cooking. I remember when I was pregnant, he had me lie to her and tell her that I was craving dal free. When I told Mommy was like, why he had to do that? I would make it for him. Thank Thankfully, my mother was blessed with 2 granddaughters. She was extremely happy and excited when she found out. She said it was one of her prayers being answered. She loved Amia and Soraya and would ask to see pictures of them while I visit her. Unfortunately, Ma, you won't be here to create more memories with them. But I know you will look down on them. Ma, we will miss you more than you ever know. If we had one wish, it would be for you to be here alive in your physical form. We will miss hearing your voice, seeing your smile, seeing you here, and even miss your bop-ups. But I will be selfish if not to let you go to be in the greater beyond. Ma, today we let you go in your physical form, but hold on to all the beautiful memories you created. All the good times, the hard times, and trying times, and even the bad times, because no life lived is perfect. You were our one and only mother. And will always be. I know you will still keep us in your sight and protect us as you always did, Ma. I know the last 2 months has been the hardest on you. I watched you, one of the strongest women I know, go through many problems with your health. I know you are in the arms of Lord Krishna, where you belong. And I know you are happy, free from illness and all your pain. And most importantly, contented, because you served your purpose as a devoted wife and mother. Thank you, Ma, for everything you did for us, all your sacrifices, all your love and care. We love you forever and always, till we meet again, Ma. Thank you.
I believe Tina, one of my cousins in Canada, would like to say a few words, so I think arrangements have been made for that. So you can put her on.
Okay, so go ahead.
Are you going to put me on video? Yeah.
Just a second, eh? Just a try that.
No, I'm not seeing any.
What?
Everyone. Namaste. Are you here?
If you hear, but it's not too loud. But you can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Om Shanti. Good morning to everyone. Respected Panditji. My humble regard to everyone. Today, we are all gathered here, and most of you are saying that it's the final departure for the soul. But in my spiritual knowledge, I understand it's not the end today, but it's the beginning. We are all here today to wish the soul, which will be taking another new journey, a new step in life. And if we had one wish, like Ria was saying, is for her mom to be here. Ria, your mother will be here in spirit. and will also be here very soon. When we give that soul that good wishes and pure feelings, that soul can enter the body, and that soul will return back to us within the family. But you also have to remember that when we are sending someone to go on a vacation, what wish do we wish them? We would say, have a good flight or have a good trip, wouldn't we? In the same way today, we are all together, will also say and wish the soul, not the body, the soul, have a safe flight. And you know, when we are coming back from our vacation, this soul is only going on a vacation. It cannot stay no longer in the body. So when we are returning from a trip, what happens? The flight attendant would say, may you enjoy your journey, wouldn't they? So all these beautiful flowers in a physical way that we are sending to our dear mother, or however we are calling her, mother, wife, husband, like Panditji rightfully said. This is just a physical things that we are doing. But today, what we can do, we can continue to send that soul our good wishes, pure feelings, our love, and we will be able to see that wish that you have that so soon come back within the family. So your wish is not wasted. It will happen. Like I always tell you when I talk to you on the phone, that the soul never dies. The soul is eternal, and it will come back one day to us. If I have more time, I know time is very important, so I respect time. So if I may continue more, let me know, please. I do not want to waste any more time. I just want to say one more thing to my brother, my dear brother, Brother Terry. Today is the first day I am speaking to you since my beloved sister-in-law left her body. And I always wondered, how come we are not connecting? But the reason why we are not connecting and it happening today is because you need this strength today. You need all this strength from the Supreme Soul today to understand that the path and the role that the name of the body we call Girlie, the companion that you had with her, we should not let it end today, but it's a new beginning for this soul. So do not, each one of us at here today, please, if we want to send a wish for her, if she were to appear in front of you today, what wish would you have given her? What can you tell her if she had come here today in person? Am I okay with time? I see you watching. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to all of you for giving this soul that strength and that support. That soul could not stay no longer in the body. You were the first one who's seen what that soul's body was going through. So take that strength from the understanding take up your time. Again, I hope Shanti.
Holy Sri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Can you all stand, please? So at this point in time, as we prepare to depart for the Shanti Kiram, the short peace, where the body will be cremated, we join in our closing prayer as we ask God to give the husband, the children, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, and all of us the strength to move forward. As we say goodbye, we join in our closing prayer. Om Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Shashraka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है. बोलिए श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So this time we are preparing to depart. We still have a little ritual to do on the ground here, and you know the journey will be a bit lengthy, about an hour to reach to the Shanti Kiram. So that's the reason we are leaving at this time. So to remain standing as we depart. Thank you all for coming out on behalf of the family. Thank you all for your support. And we look forward to your support in the coming days and weeks ahead. Sitaram and God bless all of you. No problem. Yeah, let me proceed. Right, so lift it up, the foot forward, and the rest of the cloth over here.
Rajahpatee Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram Sitaram Jai Sitaram Rajman Pyare Sitaram Sitaram Jai Sitaram Rajman Pyare Sitaram Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram Call him Allah, call him Rama, call him Krishna, call him
Put it by the right hand. Good. Take the arati.
ये वन है कांटों का मेरा फेवरेट है। बहुत सुंदर लिखा है। क्या लिखा है सुनिए। माँ बच्चों की जान होती है, माँ बच्चों की जान होती है। वो होते हैं किस्मत वाले, वो होते हैं किस्मत वाले, जिनके माँ होती है। कितनी सुंदर है, कितनी शीतल है, प्यारी प्यारी है। ओ माँ, ओ माँ, तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी भोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है। ओ माँ, ओ माँ, ओ मम्मा, थैंक यू सो मच। आपने मुझे ये लाइफ दी। मैं आपके बिना कुछ भी नहीं हूँ। थैंक यू सो मच।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner when we take our exit we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव.